we head back through here, we get to where the morph ball was. And all of that fun stuff. So yeah, we've come sort of full circle on this area of the game, which is really neat, to be honest. Like, if we're gonna talk some about why Super Metroid is legitimately a very good game, we can't not talk about moments like that where you wind up retracing your steps full circle back around Zevis, and you wind up back in a place you visited earlier, or you wind up back in a place that was in the original Metroid, like we did earlier in the game, like very early on. You know, you get this sort of circular nature and the feeling that this planet is very connected. It's one of the best things, in my opinion, about this game, and it's something that really I don't feel like the other 2D Metroid games since have managed to pull off as well. Because, like, in Fusion, there's a lot of it, but so much of it is very forced, and don't get me wrong, I love Fusion to death, but it's like, I don't know. In this game, it's very much more open to the player as to what they want to explore and whether they want to go full circle on it, or whether they just want to go straight through the game and not get all the items and not figure out every pathway, you know? It's very much a player's game. And like I said, it does help make the world feel more alive, in its own special way. It's one of those things that a lot of games can't seem to match. And I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because so many haven't tried, but it's one of the best things about this game. Either way, as you can see here, I'm just grinding for energy. And our little auto thing next to our energy turned on. You guys may be wondering what that is, and I'll tell you. It is our reserve tank. It kicked in because we reached max energy, so now as we, well, not anymore because we filled that up too, but as we keep max energy, like I said, it'll start filling up. Either way, let's head on down through here, past that one-way shutter, and let's pick up a few more, and by a few I mean like one more item, before we can really carry on. Also, that was a lot easier than ever before. We're gonna head down here. Ooh, there's a thing here, and I forget what it is, but the fact that we haven't gotten it probably means that it's something. Oh, you can freeze these guys. That's actually really handy. You can freeze these guys to make additional platforms. And also to not kill them. Oh, this is why we didn't get anything in here, because this hallway is pretty much not gonna do anything for us for a little bit. I ever mentioned how much I hate spikes in 2D platformers? Like, any Mega Man vets will tell you that spikes are the worst, but, like, especially in games like this, they are super, super annoying. So pick up a replenishing power bomb there, and fall down again, fall down again. This is energy, right? Yes, thank you so much for being, that's the Virtual Console menu. Just to remind you guys that this is not in fact an emulator or an original SNES. Although, I guess technically Virtual Console is a form of emulation. I have to do that. Even with the high jump boots, you can't make that jump. Yep, you can't. Which means I'm gonna be stuck here now for forever. Don't want those guys dive bombing me, so I'll just do it the easy way. The smart way, as some people would call it. Let's head on through here. I love sprite stuff like that. Kind of weird, pretty fun. Also, I suppose I keep on hitting that. I don't know why I keep on hitting that. But I suppose while we're here in Meridian, I'll do this. And that's one of the coolest moments in the game, right there. Can shatter that glass to open up Meridian, which is an area we will not be going to for quite a while. Just saying. But there is in fact a save room down here. And I just used a missile to open up a blue door. What is wrong with me? Either way, I don't know, and speedrunner friends out there can correct me on this, but I don't think there's a way to properly explore this area yet, because as you can see, we are very, very lethargic while traveling underwater. Like, super not good at it. Our jump is way lower, our movement speed is slower. It's just, it's not worth it. So, instead of trying to explore Meridian now, let's move on through here. And as opposed to going down to Norfair right away, we're actually gonna go into Krakens Lair really quick. Or whatever you want to call it. The bigger part of Lower Brinstar. Because there's one item we can pick up here that we could not pick up earlier, I think. Wait, what just happened? I was not looking at my screen. What happened? Yeah. So, we get all of that stuff. Make sure there's nothing in here besides falling down there. It's weird how there's just sort of a bottomless pit there. Like, is that just me that thinks that? Or, I don't know. I've been using up these power bombs like crazy lately. Honestly, power bombs are what really open up a lot, specifically after you get them. Like, I remember when we were coming back down here, looking to do all that fun stuff, I remember saying that power bombs really are what open up most of this part of the game. So where do I go? I always forget what you're supposed to do here, and while that is ultimately a consequence of me not usually playing through the earlier part of this game very much, it's also very, very much not helpful at all when you're trying to do stuff like this. There's gotta be a place to go somewhere around here. Whoopee, look at me getting stuck on things you're supposed to be able to do super early on. Oh, there we go. That was way easier than, or that was way harder than it should have been. Anyway, let's just deal with these, I think they're called key hunters. You know, like, we're talking some real Kingdom Hearts stuff here. And this is a place where we do have to use a power bomb. And then... Huh, I'm amazed that I actually pulled that off on my first try, give or take a little bit of effort. And now we just drop down here. And we go back in. And that's all we needed to get in here. Another missile tank. We're up to, I'm gonna guess 80 now. Although that number could be slightly skewed because we used some. But It sounds about right, I think. But yeah. So now that we're done with that, we are now going to head into Norfair. Yeah. So, first things first, we've got some places to go, people to see, and boss fights to tackle. Whew. Yeah. So, let's go down here, and first things first is to find the computer room. I mean, map room. So, what are you? Right, you're the map room, aren't you? You're totally gonna be the map room. Darn straight. Yeah. So, based on what we explored of Norfair, it seemed kinda small, but Norfair is really big. Like, really big, and there's one little area down there. I bet the devs just forgot to program a path down there in. Silly Nintendo devs. Yeah. So, we've got all of this stuff now. So we are going to, well, first I'm going to open this door and save here. Now we're going to move on. Specifically, we're going to speed on through this hallway, which, as you guys can see, takes us back to here, this joyous area. Yeah. So, yeah. Alright. That was just a little bit of a diversion before we go to where we're actually supposed to be headed. We're actually gonna skip saving here, and we are going to head up and over this way. What is this? What is this room? I forget. You're the map room again. What am I thinking? Stupid me. Always screwing up that stuff. Okay. We're gonna head here, I think. Yeah, here seems right. Gonna run past these shutters and powerbomb this, which takes us into a brand new segment of this region that we have yet to explore. Oh goody. Let's just deal with all of these little guys here. Head on in here. And this is one of the most annoying rooms in the game. Like, bar none. So as you can see, all of those platforms there are collapsible ones. So, you cannot stand on them whatsoever. And once you fall down, you're a little stuck. Yeah. Now, there is a missile tank here. It's way back up at the top. And if you're more prone to using save states than I am, you could probably just save state for it. It's up in the wall. I'm not going to get it right now. We're going to come back for it later. I'm going to mark that down on the list of things that we need to come back to. But we're not getting it right now. So, we're just going to dash on through here, down through all of these guys, past all of that, and we are in this room now. For reference's sake, we are down below that cavern there that we dipped into once and then ran away from because it was too hot. However, now we have the Varia suit, you know? Making things just a little bit cooler. Bad puns. All bad puns aside, We just poke our heads in through here. I do believe there's something up here that we may be able to get. Not yet. We don't have the item for it. That's neat. Yeah, so